Welcome to Wrestling in 60, presented by Cliff Keen Athletic. Wrestle with the best. A show where we present the best matches from around the country's premier wrestling conference, the Big Ten. Here, Jim, you're looking for a few things early on in this match.
Well, I'll tell you what, just right there, you see that position that Braden Davis finds him in. He's a freshman, he likes to attack, he likes to drift right, but he mainly attacks from the knee up, right? You see a lot of like fireman's carry type action, a little bit of swing single above the knee, you know, and that's something that McKee has been very good at defending, and he likes to be in here, this front headlock short offense position. He's the guy that has all the experience. And Shane, you mentioned that, you know, he's done most of his damage in the consolation rounds. That's after he's got beat up a little bit. He's come back with more determination in that round, but the championship round, this is new territory for him.
Braden Davis out of Belleville, Michigan, Dundee High School, four-time individual state champion. Tim, he's a true freshman. Here he is on the big stage of the Big Ten.
Well, Jim mentioned freshman. Hey, when McKee was a senior winning state championships, Davis was a seventh grader. I mean, that is just insane.
Davis, 19-2 on the season. A couple of wins in sudden victory.
You see the long range that Davis has, all right? He's just basically, he likes to go out there, sometimes drops into his knees, but again, he likes to attack here. He's normally wrestling guys that are just a little bit shorter than him, so he has a little bit harder time getting to his offense, onto his feet, but he's an excellent finisher.
No score as we near the midway point in this 125-pound championship final. McKee, four-time national qualifier. He's the veteran, two-time All-American. His best finish at the Big Tens was back in 2022 when he was third. He was sixth a year ago, and then 2-2 at the national tournaments. Had that great run in 2021.
It's my time now.
125 pounds, crazy weight class. That trend continued here in College Park. Underhook there for McKee. This is where he likes to be, Jim.
Yep, he's got a good underhook in both positions here. I think Davis does a good job, though, too, holding on to those triceps there, giving himself an attack that right leg. He's got a nice shot right there. We've seen him here in some big matches get to that right leg of Braden Davis.
You know, Jim, you mentioned in the championship round, this is McKee's first time getting to wear the gold uniforms, and that's every Gopher's dream. And he's in the gold singlets that are reserved for the finals.
You got to earn the right to put on those gold Gopher singlets. 30 seconds here in a scoreless first period. No real legit attacks by either wrestler up to this point.
Takedown would be so huge because both of these guys are really tough. They want to be on the mat and on top.
Yeah, that's, I think, you know, one of the best things that you make that transition from high school to college. If you can be tough in the top position, which Davis has been in critical moments in his career so far, in his freshman year, the big wins he's had, he's been able to stay in the top position.
Scoreless after 3 minutes in this Big Ten Conference. 9 guys ranked at this weight class, 6 of the top 9, and 9 automatic bids to the national tournaments in a couple of weeks in Kansas City. What have you liked, Jim, about Braden Davis in the top position as a true freshman?
Well, just his range, you know, and if you're going to be successful in the top position, you got to go ahead and have that reach. You'll have to knock a guy down a little bit right there. You see, but the Minnesota wrestlers are so, both these programs, very skilled at being able to give their guys a fighting chance to get out. Now you see McKee getting back up. And look at the follow there that you have from Davis. Chance for a mat return. But again, this is McKee. Good return there.
Great return. Got the Gopher up in the air. Continues to build his riding time. It's over 45 seconds. Great start to the second period for the true freshman, Braden Davis.
And one thing I like about being in down this one knee up, one knee down position. Oh, he collects it. He's getting swiped.
Braden Davis puts McKee in near fall criteria.
Three near fall
for Braden Davis. Great mat awareness. You see he keeps the toes inside that cylinder as he continues to build the riding time. What a sequence.
Now a little bit better stand-up there effort. Good job of getting his hips out, making the switch in.
Neutral.
Now expect McKee with 37 seconds left. He's fully aware that he needs to get on his horse and get on the offensive attack. Look for him to attack to that to his left, Braden Davis is right.
Down to 25 ticks in the second period. Davis with a 3-point turn after a scoreless first period. Heavy on the head, McKee late in the second period.
Yeah, good job. You know, that little half shot right there actually got snapped down by McKee, but getting back to a neutral position. But look at Braden Davis in this replay here.
In the second sudden victory, both these guys battle-tested. McKee in the semis beat Dean Peterson, and there's an escape. Great work on bottom. He's doing everything right.
Yeah, nice little elevator right there. So hit that. Excellent technique. And now he's going to get on his horse, all right?
It's been a while since Penn State had a 125-pounder that was even close to the finals since Nico Megaludis, and here he is, a true freshman, answering the call for the Nittany Lions.
And he's got the riding time over a minute.
Yeah, notice how he's clinging on those elbows right there, feet out wide.
Clear to find 125-pound starter. Davis gets the opportunity, was not ranked, and just continued to elevate himself throughout the season. And here he is on the cusp of a Big Ten title.
Well, when Cale Sanderson made him available for an interview before a meet, you knew he had potential.
In on the legs is Davis, time ticking away on McKee.
Yeah, that's a great situation here for Davis. He just, holding onto that leg. Again, below the knee right now. That's where you want to be here with McKee.
He's got to get something going right now, get this set up, and pull the trigger.
He had heroics in the semi against Dean Peterson tonight. CD scored late, sent it a sudden victory, and then won it 6-3. Can he do it again? Time is running out. He's down to a half a minute.
Well, he's been in that over and under position with the, snap down and try to whip him over, take it all the way to his back, but he's got to go for the takedown right now. Scramble here for McKee. Davis didn't go all the way with it.
Neutral.
He was falling right into his lap right there. Big moves here, 10 seconds left.
The riding time is locked up for Davis.
He's going to win it.
He's going to hang out of that single leg, switch off, and put a cherry on top as he plants McKee to the Resolite. Braden Davis of Penn State. We'll be back with more top matches on Wrestling in 60. And now we'll look at number 5 as we continue the countdown. And Bernie Truax in his 6th year spent his first 5 at Cal Poly, where he was a 3-time All-American. Last year, most recently at 197, now back to 184. And these two meeting for the first time.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's going to be a great style matchup here too, because Salazar, just a power guy. You're going to see evidence of his grip strength and the things when he gets on the leg, he likes to pull it in. Truax is a guy that can go ahead and attack almost at ankle level from an angle almost at 90 degrees. He's just gets to the corner real quickly here, uses that reach and length to be able to attack the guy below the knee. He doesn't really stand out in front too much, and he doesn't want to do that too much against Salazar, because that power, you take that power into play when you do that.
Salazar, a 2-time national qualifier. He was 4th at the Big Tens last March, and then went 2-2 at the national tournaments.
Look at the difference between the wide stance here. These guys are, Truax really gets out wide. They're, kind of what we saw before here, like with Hamdy here. The range that he has is incredible. And you mentioned this earlier, Shane. Isn't it funny that he started his college career 149 pounds?
149 pounds. 5 years at Cal Poly, went 149 to 165, and then went 174, 184, 197, placed 4th at the national tournaments at those 3 upper weight classes, 74, 84, 97, and now comes to Penn State. He's at 184. I mean, this guy has had quite the journey.
Well, he's a team guy, and I'm sure he was ready to go 84 and 97 wherever Aaron Brooks decided not to go, and so he goes in. How impressive to have been at 197, to have been an All-American. But then you think about, hey, how much better has he gotten? He's gotten more offensive than ever this year, but when you think about the room, the Penn State room, you got Dake, you got Taylor, you got Strachey, you got Aaron Brooks in there, you're going to get better.
The guys
You
are
don't have to go far.
You're going to get tougher, and I don't know whether it's not from getting takedowns on any of those guys.
That's a coach's dream when you can recruit a guy that's that small and has been able to go ahead and roll around and scramble with the lightweights like that, and to be able to go ahead and grow up and have the size to be able to take that to the upper weights.
Bernie's from Oceanside, California, was at Rancho Buena Vista High School. We are scoreless, just over a half minute remaining in this 184-pound Big Ten final. Truax looking to join 3 of his Nittany Lion teammates as a Big Ten champ. Patrick McKee wrestled in a 125-pound final for Minnesota, lost to Braden Davis. Gophers with 2 in these Big Ten finals.
You notice how Bernie wants to keep, Truax from Penn State wants to keep forehead to forehead. He doesn't want to go any deeper than that, okay? He'll go ahead and duck a little bit, drive, wide stance. Even with the underhook here, he tries to keep at bay here. He doesn't want to get ear to ear too much. He knows that this is not a power situation for him. Well, what's happening is that when somebody's going to come at Truax like that, that's where he kind of plays matador and gets to the low, ankle shot here from the side.
Truax to his feet, looking for a return, brings it back down to the Resolite.
Yep, nice head lever right there by Salazar. Here, see how he's got the wrist tied up right there. Using the head as a fulcrum here, the wrist as a lever here.
Don't make me jump across the stage.
I'm going to get you
Tim's
too,
between
man.
us.
Right?
I'm
on my feet.
Look. I mean, when you say that, you got to rub it in and just stare at me. I know what you're trying to do.
And Shane,
don't antagonize me.
And Shane, don't stretch it, because I'm with Jim on the head lever. So, I mean, there you go. I mean, it's a head lever, and he's using that well, though.
Talking to former Gopher, we were talking last night with Mac Ryder. Fun to talk with him. And we were talking about some different positions, and that, of course, came up. Mac Ryder used to have some great battles in that Gopher singlets. 60-second second period.
Nice escape there by Truax here as we get a little disjointed there. But, that's one of the fun things about this tournament is going out afterwards, being with fans, with some Ohio State fans, Minnesota fans, Indiana fans, Rutgers parents and all that. It's been a lot of it's just a joyous weekend to be a part of.
See the team scores, bottom right.
And, of course, a ton of Penn State fans here.
32nd second period. Got to make the shout out to Luna Steakhouse. They took care of us a couple of nights ago. Jim talking about going out and meeting some wrestling fans.
Yes.
Here is Isaiah Salazar. This would be huge with 15 seconds on a single leg.
Yeah, let's see how Truax has that wrist tied up there. He took the inside wrist. He's got that wrist tied up over the top.
I'm going to
Don't
let you
expect
wrestle,
any
man.
scoring
Keep
in this
working.
situation.
Stays 1-0.
Third period.
Salazar quick to his feet off the whistle and skips away for the escape. We're 1-1. Yeah, great food out here in Maryland, no doubt about it.
Yeah, that was a highlight, going out to Sam and Max Lunas' steakhouse.
Sam wrestled for Oklahoma State, and Mac, of course, for
Hammer
Cornell.
at Cornell.
Yeah, a finalist and former #1 seed in the NCAAs.
Always great to support the wrestlers.
Every bite of food that went in my mouth was maybe the best I've
Fantastic.
ever had.
It was sensational.
Nice little shot there, little swing single there for Truax.
Penn State, its 8th Big Ten championship under head coach Cale Sanderson. Ahead of Michigan, Nebraska, and Iowa, and Rutgers. What a performance. 5th place for the Scarlet Knights. Good little scramble here with 60 to go in the third.
Good activity by both guys. You can see that Salazar wants to drive right through you, and Truax wants to play a little matador game right there and get to your low single.
Under a minute, man. Let's go.
Sharon Quincy, lead official in this final. Matt Zeitz, the outside official. Down to 40 seconds here in regulation. Riding time and on factor. Both guys with an early escape.
Oh, that was fake right there. Now a dive in there by Salazar. And Truax with that reach, able to get to the ankle there.
No control,
now
neutral.
Salazar, Salazar trying to dig that shoulder underneath that kneecap right there. Now he's got his head underneath his a little bit safer position. Can he come up and try to continue to score? But you got to create a little hip separation right now. Got to get your hips moving, your ankles moving.
No
Sit
danger.
back over the top.
Down to 10 seconds.
No.
Might get a neutral danger situation here,
control.
perhaps, as Truex standing on his
Danger,
head.
green, one.
They scramble in the final seconds. Brandon Eggum and Trevor Brandvold in the corner for the Gopher Salazar. Shot there from Truex, straight on.
Wrestle out of this.
Right there, trying to dive through there at Truex. Oh boy, how did Salazar get out of that ankle pick?
Strength.
Good answer. He is so strong.
Guys work back up to their feet. 90 to go in sudden victory.
I tell you what, both guys, wow. Third shot right there, but now Salazar comes back up, and he's the one that does a fantastic job. Now he's coming back up. Look at the strength. He's
Similar situation as to what we saw at the end of the third period.
What a recovery.
yes, but this time a little bit better job of staying up on his hands. If he can come underneath that right arm of Truex, he's going to get it. He does.
Going for the fall. He's
Going for the fall. Can he end it with the fall? Isaiah Salazar is going to be your Big Ten champion.
What a wonderful job of staying high, keeping his head high, posting on his hand, and actually letting go of the leg and keeping himself in a better scramble situation.
We'll be back with more top matches on Wrestling in 60. Here at number 4.
Because they both, if they feel it, they're going to launch you.
Austin Gomez winning that Big Ten title a couple years ago for Wisconsin, then went to the national tournament in Detroit, finished 4th on the podium as an All-American. Of course, began at Iowa State, then went to Wisconsin, now here in Ann Arbor, 7th year out of Carroll Stream, Illinois. Glenbard North won 3 state titles at Illinois.
Already half minute into the match here, 3 decent attempts here by both guys. Gomez digging that underhook as he drops down to his knees. They collects the far ankle right there. It's wonderful work right there. Gets elbow deep around. It's got the outside palm down. Right, we'll see how he tries to finish this. He comes back down. He tries to cross. Goes with the leg and the trip there. And great defense so far here by Loveit. The sweep doesn't work for Gomez.
Rich Loveit is so tough to score on.
Wow.
Gets out of that one and keeps it 0-0. That was reminiscent of the Bo Bartlett match he had a couple of years ago from the standpoint of how did he get out of that?
No question about it.
Ridge coming out of that really was impressive.
Yeah, you know, these big matches like this, if you just stay tough and just stay patient, and sometimes you wear the other guy out here a little bit on maybe what his effort is, but expect Gomez to come back and fire at that thing one more time. That was just too easy to get into.
Scoreless, 1:20 remaining here in this first period.
And such a big week and a half here for Austin Gomez.
Gomez, another leg attack, switches off to a double, and this time he's going to finish and get the 3.
He does such a good job going in low, climbing up, getting over the hips. Great takedown by Gomez.
Yep, he went back to it. Didn't use the underhook this time, but went right back to it. Got a little more confident in his finish. As you mentioned, Tim, came across and got to the double here. And when you get to the double, get the man off his feet.
And to your point, right when you think that took a lot out of Gomez in that first effort, he was back on it.
Yeah, and I think, you know, with Gomez's experience here and knows that Loveit's going to want this underhook really bad. He's got the top of his head blocked, now comes back into that shot.
Both these guys so good with the upper body. They love the underhooks, and now Loveit with the trip. And he answers back with a takedown of his own inside of 25 seconds. And he's got his first lead of the match, 4-3.
And you knew the potential for a match like this was there with these two because they both have the skill set to send the other one.
This is a big situation here for Loveit to finish this period on top. He was able to ride Gomez for over a minute in that dual meets.
It was the ride out that at the end. That's the difference in the match.
Well, right here, there's a strategy there. It looked really early like Gomez wasn't didn't want to have anything to do with mat wrestling. Different for Ridge. When he took him down, I think he was going to be dedicated to the top. But right here, Gomez says, hey, go, get up. We're going to go on our feet.
He gives him that escape point, so Loveit now 5 unanswered, leading the Wolverine 5-3.
Well, Austin Gomez is a very confident young man. He knows that, you know, hey, I can go ahead. I'm good on my feet. I'm going to go get that one extra, maybe 2 extra takedowns to make the difference, and I might be able to take you to your back. So
That's a really good point.
His confidence level is supreme.
He says, even if it doesn't go my way, I have the kind of offense that can make it up if I get behind. And he is behind right now.
Ridge Loveit from Post Falls, Idaho, 4-time Idaho State champion. Of course, a national finalist in 2022. Fell to Yanni Diakomahalis of Cornell. Loveit, a 3-time national qualifier.
You know, even if Gomez were to get a takedown here, to expect a quick escape type situation, he's going to try to do this all on the I don't expect him to take the down position when it's his turn to go down. He will go neutral, try to win this thing on his feet.
Ridge Lovett's only loss was to Kyle Parko of Arizona State in the final dual meets on Nebraska's schedule. He's been spectacular all season long, coming off a redshirt season, put on some strength. This past off season.
All these little tougher little situations where you have to kind of reach and get a little bit better corner. Not fall for any misdirection.
Mark Manning and Brian Snyder in the corner for Ridge Loveit. Final 10 seconds.
Short time.
Austin Gomez wrestling for a Big Ten title about a week ago. And he is a 2024 Olympian.
Here
Austin
we go.
Gomez, here we go, guys.
Inside trip here.
Who's going to win
Loveit.
this?
All right.
Nothing.
And I think Gomez.
Nothing.
This one has lived up to the hype, both these guys. Home run hitters.
I get the feeling we're going to see that type of action in the center of the mat next time.
Reminds me of Alex Marinelli and Vincenzo Joseph. Those two guys would go in those upper body positions.
Vincenzo Joseph with about anybody.
Warning
on Loveit right there. Of course, 2-point lead. Gomez really digging that underhook hard. Right, we saw before we tried to go misdirection here to the right leg, the leg that Loveit's keeping back right there. You know, he works better from, a little bit free. I think Loveit wants to go ahead and tie him up. This collar tie and underhook situation is a good move here for Loveit with his rear end of the line.
Shot there by Gomez. Down to 50 seconds. Gomez scored the first takedown. Counterattack here from Loveit, but right into those hips of Gomez.
Yeah, Loveit's right where he wants to be on the edge. He's wrestling hard, but he's not giving any position, and he knows he's got that edge of the mat here to work with.
Circles back inside. Now just a half a minute remaining. Gomez trails it by 2. Riding time and on factor.
Yeah, another stall warning, and that's a point.
So it's a 1-point match, but we're down to 20 seconds.
Look for Austin Gomez to bull rush him here. Gets to a leg.
Switches off to a double leg. Gomez driving through.
He's got to be careful here not to go off the mat here with that. Knowing that Loveit was able to go ahead and square his hips up, get into his shin whizzer. Now he steps up.
Final seconds. And Ridge Loveit is going to hang on for the 5-4 decision. We'll be back with more top matches on Wrestling in 60. And now we'll look at number 3 as we continue the countdown. They met in the duel mid-January, 8-5. Ragusin came from behind in that match, also had a riding time. Ragusin had his red shirt removed in January, and TJ, he has been spectacular for Sean Borman.
He has, and he started his career a couple of years ago with a big pin against Rutgers, and here he is in the finals for the first time, opportunity to win it over a Rutgers Scarlet Knight.
And this is a difficult guy to prepare for, Dylan Schaer. He just has a beautiful little left-handed high crotch shot right there. He likes to attack that left leg, and actually it's even back in Ragusin's stance a little bit, but you know what? He just gets to it. There's a nice, beautiful duck under here to the other side. Now he comes in, has a little tilt situation possibility. No points there, but Isn't he slick?
Look at this from Dylan Schaer. Gets the 3 takedown. Has the left leg in. Working on a tilt against Ragusin. The Wolverine now to his feet. Schaer looking for a mat return.
Yeah, nice job by Ragusin coming back here off of that. Kind of bounced off the mat.
As an athlete and as a coach, the first 30, 45 seconds, what is the most critical thing to establish?
Start breathing. I really mean that, okay? You got to get yourself under control. There's nerves out there. Just a run out from the outside to the middle of the mat here. You see your coaches again. They're out there waiting for you. You got to get yourself back in a mental state of mind here to execute technique.
Schaer, he's an elite wrestler. He was on the U23 world team for Puerto Rico and Albania earlier in 2023.
Dylan Ragusin from Elk Grove Village, Illinois, a 2-time state champion at Montini Catholic. 3-time national qualifier, reached the blood round a couple years back in 2022. You hear the roar of the crowd in the background. 2 other matches taking place. Aaron Nagawa, Penn State, getting a pin for the Nittany Lions on one of the side mats. And here's Schaer once again looking for a second takedown.
And able to get to that back leg as Ragusin was able to he's trying to shrug him to the side with a little elbow tie shrug right there, and it was enough to allow Schaer to get back in on that leg on the backside there. Good action here. Boy, these guys go at it.
Exciting first period here in this 133-pound final.
And now Ragusin has an advantage on the edge there.
Schaer had a really good season. Out of Lorain, Ohio, Elyria High School, 3-time place winner before heading to Piscataway. Inside 30 seconds.
You leave that leg behind right there, and Schaer's going to get to it. He's pretty effective at basically finishing this position. He's getting a little stretched out. Got to kind of sense he will take points if they're coming here, but he's not really hunting anything down here at the end of the period with the lead.
I believe Schaer has now led in all 3 matchups against Ragusin, but does not have a W to show for it yet.
Do it in the center.
Short time in this first. 3-1 for the Scarlet Knights.
Now with 21 seconds of riding time here with Schaer after the takedown here, I'd expect him to go ahead and try to stay in top position if he can. He's got a really decent mat return, but he gives it up.
Gives up the quick escape. Those quick escapes so big. This match is very, very reminiscent of the dual meet they had.
And you could, in that situation, the pace of Ragusin picked up. He got over the fact that, he felt those shots, he felt those attempts, and was measuring them pretty well at the end of the match.
Do it in the
Schaer
center.
began his career at 125. He was injured last year. A good 1-2 punch with Dean Peterson and Dylan Schaer for Rutgers at 125 and 133. 1-point match, 1:15 remaining, second period.
Wrestle through that. Stop, stalemate.
1:11 left in the second period here. You've got to make sure that your attempts, when you have the lead, are just as firm and as solid if it's 0-0. Your penetration step coming all the way through, lowering your level. Right there, you see a little more shallow shots there by Schaer.
Action.
And, he's dropping down and kind of waving at the leg right now as totally committing to the shot.
Yeah, but I think next time if they get to the edge again and that same thing happens, that'll be a stall warning on Schaer.
Well, potentially, but he is dropping his level, and he's the one that's getting to the legs. Right there, another shot, but it's a little short.
Ragusin was looking for that go behind, now gets back to those double unders.
Yep, gets a little closer each time, and like Jim says, he's really measuring.
Big throw there from Schaer. He puts Ragusin on his back. Big time toss. He might get a fall here.
The tosser tossing the tosser. This comes from reps with a competition like that, don't you believe?
Well, I think that you've got Peterson, you've got guys like Rivera, but you've got confidence. Everybody in there, get a little bit high.
And now Ragusin, in the final 10 seconds, will get a reversal to make it 10-4 as we go to the third.
He's got to look for something big right now.
Still you, Green.
Right there.
Still you.
Gives the escape.
Green, you're in control.
No, not quite yet.
Green, you're in control.
Got to protect his ankles.
Still you, Green. One red, neutral.
There's the escape. 11-4 match. Here we go again, guys.
Yep. And how committed is Schaer going to be to this over and under position right there? He's looking to get out of town. All right.
Action.
Taking the bus.
Ragusin said, "You showed me yours. I want to show you mine."
Yeah. Good wide base, fighting off that short offense situation. You want to fight as much as you can right in here. You want to stay square. And you don't want to push in too much here to Ragusin because you don't want to get whipped in that situation. If he could get back up to his feet without pushing into Ragusin, right there, just like that.
Looking for a whip over, counterattack there for Schaer. Times it perfectly and take on 3 more for the Scarlet Knights.
And all he had to do is get to his feet right there, get the right angle and run it down.
Schaer did such a good job of getting so low there, driving through the hips for that takedown.
Just over a minute remaining. Schaer looking to join Anthony Ashnault and Nick Soriano as Rutgers Big Ten champions.
Clearly a locked hands call right there. I don't know how that was missed.
Center.
Yeah, that was just, yeah, you can see Ragusin looking up, and Schaer locked the hands and just had one leg up and one knee down
Bottom
and toe.
set. Cover.
That one was missed. Right there. He's locking those hands up really quick.
Improve.
Riding time goes over a minute with that mat return.
Improve. One green neutral.
And here comes Ragusin.
Yeah, expect more action here. Lower level shot here. I'll
throw by.
Three green.
Give up the takedown in this situation.
Green, you're in control. Still you.
You just gotta let him go, Dylan.
One red. Center. 23.
So takedown and 4 back points for Ragusin. He's got to look for something big here. Going with the cement. Oh, so but yeah, settled back right there, Schaer.
Ragusin went for it. Final 10 seconds. Schaer would love to end this with a stick. The 4 near fall points.
Wrestling in 60 is brought to you by Defense Soap.
Only 2 matches to go. Here is our pick in the runner-up spot.
Both these guys so exciting in different ways, as Jim pointed out. That's why the potential for this matchup didn't disappoint in the dual meet, and I'm looking forward to today's rematch.
Yeah, I look at this match and I see that left-hand collar that Bartlett likes to hit. And he's got that left leg back, and he really hammers with the left-hand collar right there. If he can get that most of the match, he sets that up, and his shot looks a little bit like that left-hand collar, and that's what you see him get a lot of clean looks at guys, a lot of clean finishes, because he mixes that up a little bit between his left-hand collar and his shot. For Mendes, he's just tough in every position. He'll look to grind you down a little bit, but when he really needs points, he's got that freight train double, puts his head right in somebody's chest, and he'll go.
These two came to 141 from different directions, and it's the right weight. Jesse Mendes down at 133 last year, up to 141, and a couple of years ago, Bo Bartlett at 149, down to 141 when it was made available by Nick Lee graduating, but this is the right weight for both of them. Mendes is bigger, stronger, better this year at this weight class.
Yeah, it's unbelievable he made 133 last year. Take a look at that body and that frame.
If Bo Bartlett wins this match, it will clinch the Big Ten title for Penn State. Penn State and Michigan, the only 2 teams mathematically alive at the moment. The team scores running across the bottom.
See that left-handed collar tie, always kind of a go-to here for Bartlett. Now you see Mendes working inside there for the first time.
Bo Bartlett, as you mentioned, TJ, in his 2nd year at 141. He was third here at the Big Tens last March, third at the national tournament. Mendes, sixth last March in Ann Arbor, and sixth as an All-American in Tulsa. Fell to Aaron Nagao of Penn State in that fifth-place match. Here's Mendes.
Wow. Very well timed.
Very good attack, but you see the defense and then athleticism from Bartlett.
He just, you know, looked like he was going all the way over to his rear end on that and just popped right back up. That's the acrobat in Bo Bartlett that he, you know, just so difficult to get off of his feet because most guys go down on that double leg shot because he timed it underneath that collar tie.
Short time, down to 20 seconds here in this first period.
An inside collar tie by Bartlett, keeping Mendes away from digging that right underhook that he would like to get as a control tie.
Final 10 seconds. Late shot there from Mendes driving through. Countered with the whizzer from Bartlett on the edge. Buckeye will go on bottom to begin the second period. Quickly to his feet.
Fighting hands right there, getting his feet moving. Good mat return there by Bartlett. He understands the concept there. Scoop the legs up, get the hands split here.
Now the return there from the Nittany Lion.
Yeah, but now Mendes is thinking a little bit more about getting a new
Same way, guys.
What I liked about the end of that first period there, Mendes was sending a message there, inside 5 seconds, I'm still going, I'm still here all day.
Is that, Jim, from a boxing standpoint, the body blows, how does that do the same thing in wrestling? Is that something that Mendes wins on with that kind of shot?
Well, he just tells you that, you know, that he's willing to go ahead and go full bore on his offense all the way through this match.
Bartlett doing a great job in this top position.
That is so tough to do. His right bicep right there, staying tough. 35 seconds of riding time. That's good effort there by Mendes, but he did have to work at it. And you know, when you're riding a guy like Bartlett was, you know, and he hasn't got many shots off in this situation. You got a little bit of riding time on him. The guy's weathered himself a little bit here, trying to get out. It's so important to get out under 30 seconds or a minute in this situation.
Well, I think the next shot by Mendes, there could be a stalling warning on Bartlett.
That possibility there, but you know what I'm saying, I agree with you. It's Bartlett's turn to go right now. You warm out a little bit. What's your go-to shot? What are you going to try to hit with? And the reaction I see here from Mendes, he's looking to tie that collar tie up again right now. See, he's going to the wrist.
Goes that underhook now on the right side. Now he's got double unders.
Yeah.
Heavy on the head with some hard snaps, Mendes.
And the little battles inside the battle there, right there.
Fingers, get out of them.
Mendes comes over the top of that collar tie. You get him thinking so much about that collar tie that now the legs become pretty simple, but the legs become vulnerable.
Mendes, second period escape, leads it 1-0 late in the second period. Bartlett will go on bottom, most likely to begin third period.
Interested in riding in the top position, wanted to get it done on the feet. Now a little bit more effort. They're trying to keep him down, making Bartlett try to work a little bit harder than he's used to.
There's a roll from Bartlett's.
Neutral!
And the Nittany Lion ties this match up at 1 apiece.
Well, that's the acrobat in him, that forward roll right there. Went right into a little elevator where he kicked him off him a little bit.
Break.
Said it before, you want to see some crazy stuff, go to Bo Bartlett's Instagram. I mean, this guy defies gravity. It is breathtaking, some of the things he can do.
Really sense that Bartlett's looking for a shot right now.
This match, very much like the dual meets. Each scored an escape, and it went 1-1 to the sudden victory. No stalling calls so far in this match.
And even though we got a 1-1 score, I really don't think anybody is. I just think these two guys are so difficult to score on. It's going to take some time.
Go, guys, offense.
Midway through this third period, final 60 of regulation.
For a split second there, Mendes had Bartlett back on his heels, leg straight.
Wrestle out of it.
But these guys do such a great job of recovering.
Wrestle out of it, offense.
Operating from space now. Footwork and fakes.
Fake there from Mendes. Shot here from Bartlett.
Oh, ankle.
Hit the hole for Mendes.
Yep, he's got that ankle tied up here. Can't get their cradle now. They switch off to a double here. Great job by Bartlett putting his shoelaces flat and squaring the hips up.
Incredible wrestling from both guys.
Now a whizzer there attempt there by Bartlett.
Fingers, guys,
Down to
get out of
15
them.
seconds. Foot sweep
Sweep
attempted
attempt.
with double. And he scores the takedown.
Just kept wrestling through the positions from one to the next to the next.
We'll reveal the #1 match when Wrestling in 60 returns. Over the last hour, we've been counting down the most competitive Big Ten matches. Here is our pick at #1. Bonus points machines. Hamdy, 26 wins, 23 bonus points. Messenbrink, 21 wins, 16 bonus points. The scoreboards, take a deep breath, guys, and here we go.
Yeah, and already 10 seconds in, Messenbrink has taken his first shot. And Hamdy was able to go ahead and stuff him a little bit. You know, Hamdy provides a problem here for Messenbrink from the standpoint of, okay, you attack him below the knee, that'd be okay, but you know what? He's does a great job. If he gets out of position, Messenbrink here, he can get back to a neutral position. The referee, Angel Rivera, helps him out there with a quick stalemate, but you know, you'd say mat wrestling, maybe get an edge here, of course, here to Hamdy in the top position. He pins a lot of guys, has a lot of cradles. You see that great range he has on his body. He looks more like an 80. If you put a little bit of clothes on him, he look like an 84-pounder.
Hamdy, the reigning Big Ten champion, the two-time
takedown.
All-American, and
You
look
got
at that
three.
slickness from
One.
Dean Hamdy.
That's just the reach. You know, that's hard to replicate. Both of these guys have a problem in that they don't have really anybody that, you know, has that length, you know, that to work with here for Messenbrink, you know, because Hamdy's long, and I don't think anybody in the Wisconsin wrestling room puts up Mitchell Messenbrink's pace.
Well, I'll tell you, I've not ever seen Hamdy get tired. And Hamdy came on the scene 2 years ago as a freshman, and it's reminiscent, I mean, because Messenbrink has shown up big time this year in his freshman campaign. But you're right, Jim. I mean, that pace, I think, by both of them have been off the charts.
No control, gentlemen, no control.
See Messenbrink there cut the corner, trying to get the corner cut here. A lot of guys lose this position to Hamdy because they allowed the left shoulder to get, you know, outside of the knee. Right now, you see Messenbrink really driving that shoulder underneath the kneecap, and once again we have another stalemate call, quick stalemate.
Messenbrink from Heartland, Wisconsin, three-time state champion. Hamdy, a three-time Illinois state champion from Joliet, Illinois, Joliet Catholic Academy. Couldn't get a four-state title as COVID canceled the tournaments.
Sorry, Shane, I just saw that range of that shot. He just seemed like he was so far away, but able to go ahead with his long reach, get to it.
And now Messenbrink looking for his first takedown. Great defense there from Hamdy with the whizzer.
Yeah. Really working that hard here. Elevating at the same time he's hitting that whizzer with that left arm, hipping into the man. Now Messenbrink doing a good job here. Notice how he switched off from on the back and went around the leg.
Switches off to a double leg, head to the outside.
That was all set up here by his ability to basically go around the leg. Now Hamdy has an ankle lock right there. This is where a guy like him with his range is able to go ahead and get a cradle locked up, but now stepping over a whizzer. Going the other direction with a misdirection, head up by Messenbrink. Hamdy collects the points again.
Inside of 15 seconds, the second takedown for Dean Hamdy, and the Badger leads it 6-1. What a scramble and score for Hamdy.
I mean, there's not often that Hamdy's been in on the shots that he has and not gotten them.
Sinks in a claw ride off the whistle, does Hamdy. Thigh pry as well, sneaks in a leg. Messenbrink will get the escape. It's a 4-point match. Long way to go in this final here at 165. Two of the best in the country. 4 versus 5 nationally.
Let him go. Center.
And I don't think that Hamdy can be the. I love what he's doing right there, drifting right. You know, he's getting pushed to the edge right there, but he's drifting right. And we've seen here before, he can't stand in front of Messenbrink like this because you're always going to have him up on your legs. But now the feet are out wide, the laces are, he grabs that far ankle again and scores again. So beautiful defense. And now it's into his body of water here, so to speak, with that cross-face cradle.
Hamdy's been able to score off of Messenbrink's attacks.
Yes.
And he starts out, like I said, with his own offense, so he has really executed offensively, proactively, and with his defense being a great offense.
And now he's going to take riding time over a minute.
And it's really tough to get the pace of the match where you want it when you are all tied up with your wrist. And that's why I was a little surprised that Hamdy kind of let him go pretty easily, went for kind of a spladle attempt right there from the top position. This is much more traditional claw ride. Let's see if the freshman can get out.
Hamdy, the Midlands champion, didn't give up a single point at the Midlands. He was the Dan Gable Outstanding Wrestler as Messenbrink skips away 9-3. Riding time during a minute and a half for Hamdy.
And look at the breathing with Messenbrink. I'm not sure he's been here. This is deep waters for Messenbrink as far as his conditioning right here, because he was winded at the end of the first period.
Hamdy with 3 takedowns.
Takedown! Great choice! Great choice!
Messenbrink, Hamdy,
Still
quick escape,
still
and he's
green,
right back into the legs.
Still green!
I don't think he's got the
No escape yet. You're right, Jim.
Yeah.
He was looking for the
green.
reversal, still working on it, and now he's got that reversal. 2 more for the Badger.
You know, and if I'm him, I just kind of stay in this top position, really knock him off of his base. We've seen where Messenbrink has had a hard time with that. Good action here by Messenbrink. He's got Hamdy back on his hips here, and he goes for the escape. Hamdy with the shot this time. Now it puts Messenbrink in a position where he can go ahead and double leg and shoot through.
Messenbrink looking for the fall.
And that was
going to be near fall points for Messenbrink.
I believe that was the first opportunity in this match where Messenbrink has had an opportunity to counter on Hamdy.
And now working on top, trying to bring that riding time under a minute. 10 seconds away from doing that with a minute remaining in this third period. Messenbrink's got the lead, 13-11. Did this match turn on a dime?
Looking back at his corner, he knows he wants to try to keep him down. Hamdy really having a difficult time. That's a tough thing when you have a long body like this. Sometimes you get out-torqued, so to speak.
And he's got all his wind back right there. The momentum going Messenbrink's way really, really turned the corner.
Now he's giving up that 2-on-1 ride there.
Down to 25 seconds.
Go ahead, Shane, give it.
It's a coffee grinder for Mitchell Messenbrink as he slides in an armbar. He's got Hamdy flat. Some Messenbrink magic in this third period.
And you want to stay down, cover those hips, stable it back below the arms.
This is the loudest this place has been all weekend. We hope that you enjoyed this edition of Wrestling in 60, presented by Cliff Kane Athletic.